Hiya, Mike. Good session yesterday. Hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through now. We discussed from the session in terms of the main issue you had in your backswing. The problem we saw when taking the club away, there wasn't really much turn. The lift of the arms was actually good, but not having much turn or rotation. The body meant the club went back quite steep now, and you can see at this point now the back of your hands there sort of in line with the edge of your neck. Just putting the club on a slightly steeper angle, so when you start it down to the golf ball, your body will obviously rotate as it has to, and the club now, as we can see, coming outside the line quite a lot. The shaft at this point, as we discussed, outside the golf ball, and that's going to potentially produce the heel of the club to the golf ball. If it does, and you do strike the golf club more towards the middle, you are still coming across the golf ball with your path of the club in this direction, and generally speaking, from that sort of steeper outside the line, the face is going to remain slightly open, which, as we know in terms of the shot, you're going to get that kind of cutty one off to the right there if we don't hit the contact in the hosel. So the feeling now in terms of the practice swings is just try and make as big a turn as you possibly can. So really exaggerate the feeling, loads in the practice swing, as you can see on this one here now. Really, really big turn, taking that club basically too far behind you. A bit of a sway, which we said in time we can try and obviously minimise that sway, but we are focusing here on getting that right shoulder out of the way, get that left shoulder under your chin, get your lower half, your hips, your torso moving as much as you possibly can. So you practice this now before the shot, and then actually comes to the shot itself. We just kind of make a normal, what feels more conventional swing, but as we'll see from those sort of 2 or 3 big stretch back swings, as the club goes back now, the body will start engaging a little bit more. As the club gets back to kind of halfway, as we can see now, compared to that previous one on the right-hand side, where your club was going back a little bit steep, you can see where your hands are in relation to your chest there. One is up near sort of your neck area. This one, how much more in line with your arms in front of your chest. So because of that better backswing position, as you unwind your torso now and the club starts coming back down, we can see the shaft now coming at the golf ball. I'll go back one more frame. There. The shaft now is coming more from basically the inside of the golf ball, coming in this direction, as opposed to that original position where the club was coming outside the line too much. If you look at those 2 shaft positions there just before impact, one now is very much from a position we've got a chance of striking the middle of the golf club. One's going to be coming from a position that's going to potentially strike the heel of the golf club. The club moving in this direction away from you, like so, is going to produce potential of heely shanks and stuff. And then you'll have to sort of make adjustments to impact, sort of pulling the arms in, which again pulls the club across the golf ball, causes slice spin, or leaning back on your right side to give us a bit more space and time. That often causes you to hit the ground behind the golf ball, or maybe thin the ball. So changing that backswing, getting that club more behind you by turning better. It's not taking your arms and pulling them behind you. We're still taking the same lifting sensation with the arms, but the body turning better is going to put that golf club in a better position on the way back. So hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout, but I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, mate.